What's up guys, I'm Will Wesson. Tonight we were at Manchester Chill Factory. It was for the Planks Grassroots Tour, and I'm just here in the UK indoor skiing. I actually started skiing in maybe second grade, but it was cross-country skiing. My dad was super into cross-country skiing for some reason, and we would go to races all over New York State, where I'm from, and eventually I hit like a jump or two on my cross-country skis, and we had a race that was at a mountain that also had downhill skiing, and I did that on the day off, and then I was like, sorry Dad, I think I'm gonna start going down the hill instead of across. And it just went from there. Really, my friends and I, in the summertime, we would skateboard and rollerblade and like BMX, and we kind of carried over the same mindset to winter and just started jumping on skis. My friends and I really started off with a pretty grassroots approach because we didn't have a whole lot to work with. We didn't live in an area with a lot of snow or big mountains. We basically had small hills, we had our backyards, and there wasn't even a terrain park when I first started skiing. So we had to build our own park. We had to set up our own little rails in our backyards, backyard setups, and everything was kind of do-it-yourself style at that point. That kind of attitude toward things really contributed to us becoming more and more into skiing, just because we could customize the feature we were building to the trick we wanted to learn, or we could really make sure what we were learning on was safe. If the landing was icy, get a shovel out, put some work in, and you got yourself a chopped up landing, you know? So it really instilled in us work ethic, I guess. It didn't feel like work because we wanted to do it anyway. But we realized, oh yeah, sometimes you got to break out the shovel and really tune up what you're hitting, or make something happen yourself because no one else is doing it for you. There was no option of going to the perfect terrain park at that point. So that really led into just more and more, I guess that's basically what urban skiing is do-it-yourself park. You just gotta find a feature that already exists that's not meant for skiing and find a way to make it happen. Sometimes that means going at a certain time when no one's gonna be angry at you for hitting it, and hopefully you're not doing too much damage. It's usually something metal, so. Yeah, that whole do-it-yourself backyard park turned into urban over time, and because we didn't have any mountains, we really focused a lot on rails and street skiing, and that eventually brought us to a level where we were equal with the current pros at the time, because they were focusing on park and big mountain because they had all these things in their backyards. We were just these kids from the East Coast, and became relatively good at urban skiing. And that led to some sponsorships and kind of getting our foot in the ski industry door that way. And I've been lucky enough to have a lot of opportunities to ski great mountains and awesome powder and cool places now, but I still haven't really, that's never been my strength. I love doing it for fun, but I still love where I started skiing, which is like street skiing and backyard skiing. Basically our upbringing through backyard skiing, turning into street skiing, and filming street skiing sometimes can get a little bit more serious and dangerous because part of the game. And we still wanted to have fun skiing, and we still loved going on little road trips with our friends, and that's kind of where we came up with Traveling Circus. Traveling Circus is literally because I was finishing university. Andy Perry had just finished university, and we needed kind of like an excuse to tell our parents, like, okay, we're gonna take a year off from school, or we finished, and we're not going straight into the real world, we're not getting jobs right away, but we convinced our ski sponsor Line to let us travel around and make these videos, and they're gonna pay for our gas money, basically. Like, we're not really making money, but we've saved a little money, and we want to take a year and go ski with our friends and really explore all these famous places out west in the US that we've never seen before and see what it's all about. And 11 years later, still going. We have a giant yellow van now, and I think the reason it's lasted so long is because we try really hard. Sometimes we get away from the original point of it, but like we try really hard to always come back to the do-it-yourself attitude, the like backyard skiing, make the most out of everything. If we're skiing at a park and it's not the best park ever, who cares? You're skiing, it's fun, you know? Like, doesn't matter where you are, if you have a good crew, it's always gonna be fun. Something funny's gonna happen. You're gonna learn a new trick, or your friend's gonna crash in a funny way, but he's gonna be okay. And like, just the behind the scene things too, kind of off-hill adventures that go with traveling with a group of friends or a road trip. The classic story of like road trip with friends. It doesn't even have to be skiing, really. It could be skateboarding, snowboarding, whatever. It's all in good fun, and we really try to keep that original spirit and definitely do at least one kind of do-it-yourself building our own park episode per year, sometimes more, and then obviously many road trip edits also. So this year we've already filmed 3 Traveling Circus episodes ahead of time last spring. One of them has already come out, and we're hoping to do at least one more this fall, maybe in November. Kind of the classic early season episode where we maybe don't have a lot of snow, but bring a bunch of trash into the woods and ski on it, and of course take it out of the woods after we're done. But yeah, plans for the winter, other than that, I would really like to go to Russia because I spent a lot of money on a visa there and I haven't gone there yet. And it just seems like a wild and crazy place, like an adventure. I think it would make a really good Traveling Circus episode for next year. And yeah, they're great skiing there. Very different culture from what I'm used to, and usually that makes for a great adventure with your friends. You know, go somewhere new. There's some surprises. There's some good skiing. There's some less good skiing, but it's all fun. Thanks for listening to me talk about skiing, and hope you guys have a great season. And you can check out the new Line and Full Tilt collections this year on freezeproshop.com.